Hello, hi everyone. So we will talk today about my project Pastiche design. I will try to make it not too much advertisement, like not so straight advertisement, and we'll try to convey to you more details about what it is, how it's done. So what it's originally Pastiche design was conceived as the project for the real production. So the main feature is here that we generate not only 3D files but also CAD files. And for CG artists, probably not everything would be interesting from here, but let's have a look. So first of all, what it is? It is the catalog of templates, online templates for the moment. It is mostly for the ceiling designs, like Jacobean ceiling designs in this style. So for example, the last ones was added PLE5 is you could see what you could do with it. So if you press the button, you will see the editor, and here you could change the parameters of the design, so the type of ceilings, other some additional profiles here. So kind of, so this is an online editor, and I'm sorry. So wait a moment. So this is online editor, and what is important for you as for CG artists, this specification of the room size and pattern size isn't important, but as I said, it was originally aimed to the plaster producers, so they will probably need these parameters. So let's start. So if you are a CG artist, you could go to your dashboard and register first of all. So if you register, there will be 3 options for you. Which one is what is your role in this system? So are you interior designer, are you CG artist, or you are a plaster producer? So for at the moment there is no difference. The only difference is only the plaster producer could change the parameter. So here we could have a look. Here is the price parameter. So if you are registered as a CG artist, you could not change this parameter. Actually, you don't need it. Probably later on I will remove for CG artists this part as unnecessary. So let's have a look at the catalog here. So we have here as well another designs. You could see how flexible it is, how many and variation. So kind of like, and so, or maybe opposite, doing something like this one. So a bit about about the editor first. So you could see change here the size of the room. Okay, the size of the room. Okay, the scale of the pattern, and every ceiling has its own parameters, so you could play with those parameters to understand. So, and the most important part here is that you could share exactly this design you have designed, and share with your team before to start making it in 3D, before to purchasing a 3D file from me if you want. So you could share with your client, with your colleagues, and discuss what do they like, what do they then don't like. So for example, let's open up a new window, put it here, and as you see it's the same. So then you edit it somehow, create variation and send back to your colleague or friend, and again you have this design. So that those are, as you see, those are similar. So you could change this endlessly for free because of I'm not participating in this, so you do it without me, so no necessary to pay for that, for this part of design. So, but if you register, you could also have named links. So registered users could make named links. For example, so we have now so live stream and for example dinner room. Okay, dinner room. So we have here this link, so save it, just share, copy, paste here, and your unregistered colleague will have the same, so he will know that it is for the dinner room and it is for him exactly. So the only reason for register probably is this one. So what's happened? So there are also a few other. You could play with them yourself. So you the simplest one, this one, but it is actually not so simple. It looks like simple one, but you see here the version of just Corfer, and with Corfer and stripe in the middle, and the version with just stripes on the ceiling. So we could see here, yeah. So this one is also useful, therefore. So let's have a look at the last additional here. The last additional here is PLE5. PLE5 flexible design. And as you see here, what we could do is also only circles, only square, the profile size, the additional profile here, and you see that disappear slightly, appear. So what you like, how do you want it to be, and so you could play with this later. Okay, so further on, so that's kind of a Jacobean ceiling design, and those ceiling designs are quite rich actually. There's a lot of variation of them on the Pinterest, and I will add more and more during the time. So there's no decorated at the moment. Probably I will add some simple decoration, but not pretty soon. Not soon. So you see here, for example, this one pretty close to PLE 3 or 2. Let's have a look. Catalog. Yeah, PLE 2. Pretty one. So the original ceiling designs are from 1650, 1670, so kind of pretty old, and at that time they were made handmade, and not just handmade, but every item was made. So those ceiling designs are quite made so obviously handmade. If you saw any one of them in real life. I don't know, maybe I'll find a way to show to you. So you see here the radius aren't precise. So the original ceiling designs of this style kind of not awkward, you know, so pretty. So you should not be a prominent classicist or sculpt for this. So sculpting for this type of ceiling design could be made pretty simple and probably even symbolic. So what's going on further? So once we have designed a ceiling design we like, so I don't know which one we do like, so kind of that, okay? So I could change slightly more square. So once we have designed, so I will got from you the link to the design. So here is so here two options only, so free PDF, or so don't be afraid of the, or get a 3D and CAD. So if you as a CG artist, if you registered as CG artist, you will have a simpler price and simpler offers, just 3D. So and so you send me this request, I got your link, this one, and come here to my original and put it here. So this is our design. Yeah, it should be done. Let's have a look. Do we have it here? So yes, we have. Is it the same? Yeah, it's no, it's not. It's not the same. So let's have a look. Maybe. Wait a moment, it will calculate it. Go back. Yeah, it is here. Oh, the type is wrong. The type is wrong. So we use here. The type is wrong. Wait a moment. Wait a moment, please. I've edited the script not so far because of I wanted to show it more accurate. Funny enough, the type one strange. So go back here. Yeah, that's we have. I will fix it, I promise. So we have here the same design, not the same. Again, I'm sorry. I'm sorry guys, I will fix it later. So the type again is wrong. And the type again is wrong. So yeah, this one, no, the square is too small. Maybe the point is here. So we have here Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, just, you know, the script is more. Oh, yeah, by the way, you could zoom it. You could zoom it as you wish. So, as you see here, we have the similar design from as the one from website. Now should work everything perfect. So let's try to change, I don't know. So let's do something like this. Copy, edit, and place it here. Place it here. Have a look. Let's have a look. So yeah, now we have this similar design. So we have similar design. I will leave it as it is, a huge one, for better understanding. So this is how it works. You design, you send the files to your client, to your colleagues, you discuss it, you do whatever you want, and then you want the file, the actual file, your actual 3D file. You just press the button, get the file, put here the checkbox, and check this checkbox, send me the link, and I will generate for you the file. It is already has only partly has UVs. If you have a look here at the pattern, so this small pattern is just the part. So this is the part of this is an array, okay, and this is just one pattern. You see here the UVs already are, but the scale of UVs isn't quite well because of rhinoceros isn't well in this. So we could open up here. Okay. Delete everything what we do not need it. File, import UPX. So we have here our item. I just run the script, file export FBX test, and we should have here, yeah, you see the scale of UVs pretty well now. That's from, so the unwrap is not a problem here as well. So a bit of about this pattern. I'm sorry. A bit about this pattern. So if you will decided to make it by yourself for some reason, I don't know why, if you want to make it by yourself, and then the minimal viable pattern for this design is, you will be probably surprised, but this one is this one. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So the minimal viable pattern for this design is this one. Yes, we just rotate it. So duplicate, rotate. It's called rotational symmetry. So it placed here. Okay, duplicate, rotate. So you could do just this simple step in the, I don't know where, in any program you use. and rotate it around the center, and this is our pattern. So this is our pattern, minimal viable. So if we just repeat it, we will join it like that. So repeat it, join it like that. So you see, so the minimal viable pattern is just one line and 35-degree, and again one line. So it could be not line, it could be some round part, but it's up to you how to use. So here is the simplest pattern you could start from. It's called rotational symmetry. So something what will repeat itself after being rotated a few times. There are a few variations of rotational symmetry. So as you see, it's pretty simple. But again, here you have visual control about what you are going to design, and moreover, your client, interior designer you work with, or maybe I don't know, whatever you work, your colleagues, etc., who do not know how to design, himself could participate in this, and the pattern is very important in because of, you see here, so more saturated pattern may be better, maybe opposite is bigger better. If you have a look at the contemporary tendency to use this pattern, it is usually not only contemporary, the old one. You see the pattern here is big, although it is on the curved ceiling, but it showed us that the pattern could be bigger than more chances that it should be bigger than smaller. Okay, let's go further. I've been promising to you to show more details about this. The profile could be also changed on the fly. So actually, this is why needed the consultancy, why I could not offer this as just a plugin, not only because of it's, it's what I'm doing by myself, but also because of okay, so now I have changed the profile. You see here, this is the second version of this. Moreover, it is asymmetrical version. It is not available on the website right now. On the website, only symmetrical possible. But you see, just in one click, we have another version of this ceiling design, and yes, you see it's not symmetrical. The profile is and if you have a look at the full is here, so some square object somehow got here. Okay, so the profile is the main part where we could do design, where we could change, where what we could play here. So yeah, so now so I could show. So let's see. So as you see, if it works in the Marmoset toolbar, therefore it should work in Unreal as well. if you let's have a look at the mesh, by the way. Yes, so the mesh, yeah, by the way, let's discuss the mesh. The mesh pretty intense at the moment, but I will show to you this at the moment. So let's stop this. Also here we have our mesh. So yeah, let's have a look into 3D. So it could, everything could be adjusted. So you see here that I do duplicate the edges. So the edges immediately here. Okay, it was rewritten with no details. So okay, the edges here duplicated everywhere, as you see, and let's try this. So the edges duplicated, you see. The size of duplication could be changed, adapted as well. So we could here, for example, put slightly less number or bigger number. Let's try 5, for example. So you see it was rewritten, so let's make 1. Okay, so it's getting even bigger. Let's have was around 0.7. So tolerance here. Okay, let's try 12. Not too much changed. Okay, yeah, you see here on the bead, it's called bead or something like that. You see here, if we put even 5, 6, okay, it doesn't matter, it's getting more and more simpler. It's getting simpler. So we could adjust with you this mesh and decide what is better, what is worse for your particular case. And wait a moment, please. Hello? Да, я сейчас просто занят, чуть попозже, хорошо? Ага, да. Okay. So and again we have simplified now mesh, but we could simplify also. Where is the parameter here? Yeah, the round part as well. So like here, you see again. So the round part also could be simplified. Yeah, so now the round part is also simplified here. So the how simple mesh should be, it's up to you. We just meet each other, discuss and adjust this part of the mesh. Now let's I've promised to show to you the mesh in the Substance Designer. It works for Substance Designer quite very well. So the Substance Designer, Substance Painter, but they both the same. Substance Painter. So we have destroyed everything. Recent files. What is here was opened last time, and it's another project. So it's another project of mine. So no, better to generate new mesh. Go here. So go here. Go here and go back here. So so we have our original pattern. We should redesign it again, because of, if we have a look here, we lost our UVs. Yeah, we lost our UVs. So Blender, file, import. Okay, now run the script, file export. Okay, so you see here we have proportional, right proportional, and we will use this one as the mesh, as the base mesh. By the way, we simplified, yeah, as the base mesh. And so now let's go to, don't rewrite it first of all. Yeah, and the array we will use as the bake for the baking maps. So here we go. Because of we unwrapped in Blender, we should bring it back. I should bring it back. So we have this one, place it here, set one mesh. Now we should have our array here, not this one but this one. No, what's wrong with you? Okay. So now we have our array here, although something. Okay, I'm sorry guys, I have tried to fix, but I've destroyed. Oh my god, how to fix it? How to fix it fast? How to fix it fast? Okay, but okay, haven't thought it is important, so let's do it in the old way. The old way was like that. So what it is, it's okay. Okay, in Blender, so yeah, it is from the corner of this. This is the old way. So run script, file, export. Okay, file import, and now we have false here, so redesign array, and the array should be on the place. It's not. Yeah, it should be on the place. Okay. So as you see here, even with all those scripts, it isn't simple. But what I want to show to you is that we have our array of the unwrapped elements, which we will use for baking map, and we have our test here at the corner, but actually we will not use this pattern for baking. We will use some element from here, from the center of baking. They all are similar. So let's have a look which one we will have. Let's just, for example, this one. Okay, have some spare objects here. Okay. So sorry guys, it wasn't successful this time. So many to show, and I've lost. Oh, I understand what's going on. So go back. Sometime the script delete when it's safe. It deletes delete basic object. Set multiple set one meshes, and we bake here one mesh, and file export selected. Export is it as so array we have, test we have, so for bake. So now file new select the mesh we select here. Okay, we have so bake. Okay, everything as it is, leave it as it is, save. Okay, so we have our object right now. Bake mesh maps, select the array as the source. And as you see now, everything pretty clean, everything accurate, everything here is very well baked. And if we place here and something noticeable, you see the scale is wrong, but it's not. If you have a look at the smart materials, so the smart materials will be better. So yeah, you see, I will. So everything, I didn't design made anything by hand, so it's still the same script website generated ceiling, only the profile is custom, and as you see here, it works very well. It works very well with smart materials. It works very well with Marmoset. It works. It will works very well with Unreal. Unreal will open. If it is interesting to you, I could run Unreal as well. So let's run. There is a quiz interior, very good to start from the real-time visualization. Okay. So yeah, okay, we could bring this let's try to make it like that. So export it. Oh, I have added here a lot of stuff to watch. How does it work? So another ceiling design. There are another ceiling designs already installed. I just tested something from other project. From other projects, how will this, how may this looks, and so this ceiling design not necessary. So we will bring here some spare details, and we do not need some of those details. So yeah, pretty. Otherwise, it's absolutely the same. Yeah, I just started scene. So let's import here our mesh to see how does it work. So import where from our export selected. Array. No smoothing group. I don't know why. It's always so, but it looks very well, but it is all the time complain on the okay. So this is our ceiling design here in real-time rendering, and so we have definitely chosen the scale wrong. Okay, and by the way, probably yes, because of I work in millimeters and here centimeters. Yes, just imported wrong. Scale, just scale it. Not here. Probably no, by the way. Probably no. But so we should check the scale. Of course, maybe just it's bigger to this particular room. But what I wanted to show is this works. This just works, and we see here the ceiling design. So we should probably have chosen a big pattern a bit. It was not designed for this room at all. So why to be okay? Yeah, you see it's like you see it's quite well. So if we export now from here, this it will not work quite perfect, you know. Everything should be tuned all the time, but okay, so here import textures. So, okay, which one is the material here? Okay, RGB, no, always forget who is who here. Probably let's have a look. So first occlusion, then roughness, then last metallic. Okay, yeah, first occlusion. So first occlusion, then roughness, and then metallic. Save. Okay. Yeah, and we see here our wooden design. So definitely something wrong with scale. We should play with it, and so definitely something wrong with scale, but it works, you know. It works very well. It's the same as in Substance Designer, and no sculpting, no design, just a few scripts. So I haven't done unwrapping, I haven't done anything. So within so yeah, that's what I want to say to you. So let's go back. So you collaborate, you design what you want you wish with your clients. Exchange the links. Exchange the links with your colleagues. Then request file, share. Request file, and we have a conversation. We choose the profile you like. We choose the density of mesh you want, and we do everything just within one conversation. You will get something what you could just install into your project. So as you see here, so probably the normal map a bit exacerbated here. Not a bit, a lot exacerbated here, and the profile somehow too big for this room. But you will see it immediately. So I will send you mesh and you will see it. You will install it into your program, and pretty fast, pretty soon. So not necessary to. So I will not, and it will be compatible with smart materials. So you could yourself texture it as you wish, painting over it as you wish, and to design further. Okay, I'm sorry, it was a bit a mess, but actually that's why I started this translation, this live stream, just because of I wanted to understand for myself how will that looks, how will the collaboration, online collaboration looks, what I could explain to you, what I could not explain, which questions were raised during the presentation. If you have questions, okay, I'm speaking, do not leave screen now. So if you have questions, if you want to test it, register, try it, give me advices. The profiles of the ceiling design an issue at the moment. So because of yeah, you saw here, so I changed the profile, but it was pre-designed before, so it was designed before, and if you want to have a bigger profile or smaller profile, I could not do it fast, so it is not automated yet, but the profiles are coming. So for example, I could show to you a script for the moment. Yeah, so here the script for cornices, just for profile, for cornices profile. So you see here, you see here the cornice, and we could easily change the scale of this. And what is important is it keeps some subtle elements inside of this cornice. Some subtle elements are not changed, so we change it smart, because of there are some certain elements which show it the scale of the ceiling, the scale of the cornice. So if we change, just upscale a cornice, it will not work very well with other elements in the design. I could show to you a design kind of. Okay, here it is also possible to see. So if we have a look at the cornice and the profiles of this ceiling designs, you see here the bead and some simple steps are of the same scale. If you zoom, you see them as though they were born for the same design, of the same scale, of the same worker who did it simultaneously. So if you just scale the cornice, it will not work like that. So just I'll give you an example. So let's make smaller cornice, the smallest possible one. Okay, smallest possible one. No, bigger a bit. Okay, and we just scale it. Just scale it. and then we'll try to redesign cornice for the same scale with script. Okay. Oh, okay, I could not. You see here we have, oh, what's going on? So here we have some certain elements much bigger. Not everything has not changed. We change here not only the scale of parts, but also the additionally scale of some elements which underscore and emphasize the similarity of the scale in the design. So let's go back. So you see here, and if for example I will open up some previous let's save it. Oh, there's no file. Oh, so it's the same. It's the same. It's not interesting. So it's interesting, of course, but it's the same. Okay, you've seen file input model. No. Where is this? Where is this? Oh, okay. Okay, so we have here. Let's add some occlusion, stronger, smaller. Just I'm exacerbate a bit occlusion to make it more visible for you. So you see here again, we have here this profile and this profile. Okay, and they all has some kind of similarity in it. So this bead with this bead, or this plane part with this plane part at the center. So we have those beads here as well, designed to be similar to this one, probably. Yeah, this for this to this one outside of the ceiling. So the scale is important, and this is why we could not just you know, take this profile and scale it up and down. This is why it should be redrawn all the time it used. So the scale definitely wrong here. Interesting why. Oh, so let's scale it a bit. A bit better. So yeah, so thank you for watching. I hope it wasn't so awful as it was. and useful information was prevailing. Yeah, it's Unreal and it works real time pretty well. The material isn't mine, so it's just smart material, so it's not my guild that it works. Looks a bit strange, but it doesn't blinking, though you know it could blink a bit, because of if you do a long small polygon, it could blink in real time renderings. This time we see here it doesn't. It works pretty well. It works amazingly well. Okay, so I hope it was useful. I will rewrite it later on.